First of all, guys, amazing job on this film. I don't think I smiled more throughout a movie this whole year. It had the
What'd you say?
Yeah, I don't think I smiled. Yeah, it had the perfect balance of heart, action, and comedy. Amazing job. First question I have for you guys, though, is each of your characters has a different relationship and interpretation of the word explorer. What does the word explorer mean to each of your characters? We'll start with you.
I think to Ethan, that's really what he's trying to figure out. He grew up as a farmer, grew up on a farm, and he knows that his grandfather is this explorer. And I think he's really trying to realize what that means for him.
How about you, Jake?
I mean, for Searcher, I think exploring is just sort of connected to an identity that he is not, you know.
Right.
It's the thing that he was fighting against from when he was super young, and he wants to be a farmer, not an explorer.
And Dennis?
Yeah, to Jaeger, that is his identity.
Right.
It's basically who he is, and if he doesn't have that, he doesn't know who he is.
Absolutely. Now, Jake, what did the 3 generations of the Clades learn from each other?
Oh, wow. Well, I think overall, number one, they learned that unless they start to be vulnerable and understand and listen to each other, they're not able to save the world.
Right.
Which is the most important aspect of all of it. Outside of what they stand for or their identity, the world and saving it is most important. But I think they learn like inclusivity and honesty and understanding from each other. You know, that there's a compromise. I think Searcher is just completely resistant to his father's ideas, and in the end, he comes to and realizes the beauty of what his father loves and what he does. And on the opposite, I think Ethan's character that Jaboukie plays shows us how to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're also like set in their ways, especially Explorer and Jaeger, that both of them don't realize that what they're just trying to make a connection, maybe in the really the wrong way, but they come to a place there where they do.
They want it. They
Right.
want to be able to connect. They just can't understand why they can't.
Absolutely. Dennis, quick question for you. I caught some like Ernest Hemingway vibes from your character's voice, Jaeger.
It
There.
was totally unintentional.
Can you talk to me about what inspired and how you found that voice for Jaeger?
It took about 30 minutes, and I kind of based him on it. You know, I think they hired me because of this kind of outdoors thing or whatever, and I based him on a couple of characters I had done in the past. Maybe, Gordo Cooper and the right stuff a little bit, the Competence and, Dragonheart. But then I also stole from the best, characters that, he's a little bit of Indiana Jones, he's a little bit of Errol Flynn, he's a little bit of John Goodman out there. And
It's amazing. Now, Jaboukie, one thing that I absolutely loved in this is the family dynamic that we see from Searcher, Ethan, and Meridian. Did you guys record together to capture that chemistry, or where did you find that?
Honestly, that is in large part due to Don and Quee. They did an amazing job of filling in the gaps of us not being able to be together, and watching it, it's like shocking how that spark is there. Also, just the performances that we were hearing in the booth, just really, even though like Jake isn't there, but right. I'm feeling what he's giving. I'm getting a sense of what he's bringing. So yeah, it was like a lot of filling in the gaps. Yeah,
absolutely. What did you want to bring to the role of Ethan that wasn't necessarily on the page?
So I actually went back and watched a video of myself from high school before doing all this, just like conceptualizing Ethan. Just because there were a lot of ways that I related to him, there were a lot of ways that I didn't necessarily relate to him, and I just wanted to be able to bring, just like a little pizzazz, a little something of myself. So it also really helped that they let me kind of play and just, I'd be like, can I get these lines, and then just do kind of whatever comes out, and they were always game for that, so that helped.
I love this film because it reminds me of like those adventure films of like Journey to the Center of the Earth or Indiana Jones or even like Doctor Who. Where did you, Jake, find the inspiration for your character, Searcher, in the voice? Did you get inspired from any of that?
I mean, he's I love Searcher's neuroses, He's sort of always kind of unsure and doesn't want to get into stuff. So that came naturally. No, but like I think what was so cool about the process was that over a year and a half, the animators, Don and Quee, they started to use facial expressions, body language, the way our own rhythms, and incorporated them into the character. So without any of us knowing, as we started to go into the booth and record, moving our hands, our eyes, they started to be shaped by us without us even being conscious of it happening, which was really, really fun. I think the thing about these movies that makes them so fun is the energy that we give to them. And that's what I started to realize. When I came to work with energy and positivity and fun, like it always went the right direction.
Right.
You know? And that was what, that's what I tried to bring to it.
I mean, fantastic job, though. Amazing film. Like, again, like I was smiling from ear to ear throughout this whole movie. It was so much fun, guys. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.